As we've discussed previously, the narrative has brought us to the climactic last week of Jesus' life, all centered in Jerusalem. And this discourse is no exception. In the preceding chapters, Jesus has entered Jerusalem, cleansed the temple, and now beginning this discourse back in chapter 23, spoken strong words of judgment and lament over her and her people. Now, in response to his disciples' awe at the glowing beauty of the temple structure, Jesus boldly predicts that even this great temple, the place where heaven touches earth, where God meets with his people, even it will be destroyed. Now the disciples they apparently understand that this event will be connected with Jesus coming as king and the close of the age, but this is as far as their understanding goes. One may recall that the disciples ask a similar question even after Jesus' resurrection in Acts 1:6. Is now the time you're going to restore the kingdom to Israel? Well, we can imagine that the answer the disciples were hoping to get when they asked Jesus this question while they're in the temple was that Jesus was going to inaugurate his reign and his rule immediately, including then, remember, their consequent rule with him. If you think back to chapter 19, when they were told they're going to sit on 12 thrones with him, this is the time. But instead, the answer Jesus gives in chapter 24, verses 4 to 14, is not actually a happy one. He says that between then and Jesus' second coming, which is this unspecified amount of time that's still in process today, that there's going to be a time of trial and tribulation and temptation. It's going to be a time of waiting and a time of proclaiming. And this is the situation we still find ourselves in today, that we are proclaiming the gospel of the kingdom even as we await the consummation of the close of the age. Now, the unhappy predictions about the future continue in chapter 24, verses 15 to 28. Along with the disciples, we would hope and we would expect that Jesus' description of the time before his second coming would be positive and peaceful. It'll be great. Things will just get better and better. Instead, his sobering message is that before he returns as reigning king, it will be a time of ungodliness, war, suffering, and tribulation. These will be the marks of the world and will touch our own lives too.